As of this weekend, residents of both Miami-Dade and Broward counties are under a mandatory order to wear a mask, a face mask in public, although most South Florida cities had already mandated that. Now it is official for both Miami-Dade and Broward counties.
And Miami-Dade Mayor Carlos Gimenez is Skyping with us about that and so much more from his home in Coconut Grove. Good morning, Mayor.
Hey, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning. How are you?
So let's start there. What, we in the newsroom, we get emails every day from city after municipality after locale about wearing masks inside stores and pharmacies and in public. What took so long for the county to just make it countywide?
It took about a day after I think the city of Miami Beach and Miami put that in some other cities. We had actually been working on it for a couple of days, but our attorneys had some concerns, and so after we got through those concerns, we were able to draft an order that actually then takes place for most of the cities of Miami-Dade County and all unincorporated areas. And so the cities can always do something a little stricter than what we do.
What were the legal concerns? Yeah. I'm sorry, Skyping is, I don't mean to interrupt, Skyping's a little difficult that way, but I'm wondering what the lawyers were concerned about. What?
Because we're having a shortage of masks. And so we were going to be mandating wearing a mask when there's a really big shortage of masks. And so we wanted to make sure that people understood what constituted a mask and how you can make a mask and where you could get that. And so those were some of the concerns that they had. And so again, we worked on it for a couple of days and then we put it out. It's now something that we have to do. Actually, a lot of people, somewhat mistaken about the use of the mask. And I certainly also don't want people to think that because you're wearing a mask, you don't have to keep your social distancing. You do. Actually, it's as important, if not more important than wearing a mask. And so, we put that together and now it is consistent for most of the county. I believe that our order also includes mass transit vehicles and vehicles for hire. I'm not sure that was included in the other cities' order, but that now is the order in Miami-Dade.
Yeah, Mayor Gimenez, I hope you were able to hear your director, Freddie Ramirez, earlier saying, as far as he's concerned, most people in Miami-Dade don't have a problem with wearing a mask when they go to the supermarket or pharmacies or generally out in public. People are complying. I mean, that's good news.
Yeah, the good news is that, look, we have a staff meeting every single day with every one of my deputy mayors and most of my directors. And it happens in this format. We Zoom it. And every day we ask, how's compliance? And I make sure that I ask them, look, I want to make sure that you are enforcing it, because the most important part of this is, yeah, the rules are important, but if you don't enforce it, then what good is it? And so we've been enforcing in Miami-Dade County all of the different orders that I've issued, since day one. And so we go out to construction sites and make sure that they're complying with social distancing requirements and now with mask requirements. We go out into the stores, we make sure that they put their 6-foot separations down. And what I've seen is, yes, most people are complying. And I resist efforts to do more and more and more and more because some people aren't complying. And so I think what we need to do is those people that aren't complying, we either shut them down or, we bring it to their attention. And then what he's telling me is the vast majority of the businesses, et cetera, that the Miami-Dade Police Department inspects every single day, over 1,000 every single day, are complying. And then when they're not complying, a simple education does the trick. Anybody else that doesn't want to do that, then they're going to be facing, a shutdown.
Mayor, I want to talk about something that's really important that the county is probably one of the first in the country to do, and that is this surveillance testing, the random testing that every expert has been saying is the only way to get a really accurate reflection of where COVID-19 is in the community. The county is doing this. How have you started? Is it going the way you planned? And my corollary question is, Miami-Dade has borders that are crossed every day by people from all different counties and cities. And so how do you manage that kind of random poll to get the accurate reflection of what's in the county?
Well, I think that whatever comes out of Miami-Dade County is probably valid for a large urban county. We have close to 3 million people down here, but it's important for us. It was important for me from the first time we started dealing with this virus, actually, was to get an actual number of how many people actually have the virus, how many people are actually infected with the virus, because you have this this death rate that we had before. Well, of the 100 positives, you can get 15% are going to go to the hospital, 3% are going to go into intensive care. But that's only the people you're testing, and you're testing people that are symptomatic and people that are over 65 years old, so they're likely to have a much higher positive rate. We really need to see what the penetration rate of this particular virus is in the community. And so that'll give us an indication of, hey, how many people actually have it or have had it, and then give us a better strategy of when we start to come out of it. Because look, sooner than later, we're going to have to start coming out of it. Yeah. And so tomorrow, I'm going to put together a task force, a couple of task force. One, dealing with the economic recovery of this county, and two, dealing with how we unwind all of these orders. There are certain things in these orders that will probably remain for some time, but we have to start thinking about the future. And one good indicator of that, and one tool that we can use is that particular study. How is it going? Well, the problem was a lot of people, when they see a number that they actually don't have, they click off. And so we had some trouble with that. Now we added a heck of a lot more people calling, and we got pretty good results this last week. So we got at least 1,000 volunteers for this next week coming up. We need at least 750 to do this for about 3 weeks, so we can track this virus and what it's doing here in the county.
Well, good luck with the testing. It is just key to the recovery process. You know that. We all know that. All right. Mayor Carlos Gimenez, thanks very much for being with us.
Still to come.
Happy Easter to you and all your family.
And thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.